Hey kids, today we're going to talk about two people in the Bible who dealt with doubt and depression. I know what you're thinking. That doesn't sound very fun to talk about. But trust me, you need to know how to fight these demons. So get ready. Have you ever heard of Doubting Thomas?
Doubting Thomas. Sounds like a movie I watched once. Maybe I've heard it, but I can't remember for sure.
Are you doubting your memory?
I can tell you. Thomas was one of Jesus' disciples. He was there when Jesus told them he was going to be crucified and raised again. But Thomas didn't believe it, or even the other disciples, even when they said they had seen him.
He didn't? Are you sure?
I know, right? Like, how could you not believe them? Anyway, Thomas said he would believe when he saw Jesus himself. So, of course, Jesus showed up 8 days later.
8 days? Why was it so long?
I can't answer that question, but Jesus just suddenly appeared in a room with the disciples where they were staying, and Jesus said to old Doubting Thomas,
Now look at the holes in my hands and the wound in my side.
And then Thomas believed. Whew. Of course. Then Jesus said,
Blessed are those that believe in me without seeing me.
Thomas had struggled with a spirit of doubt, and we, that's you and me, have no place for doubt in our lives. None. Zero.
doubt means not truly believing in something, especially when it's about the Bible or what God says about us.
The devil tries to get us to doubt God's word by saying stuff like, God doesn't heal people today.
Lies!
Or the devil will say, if God were so good, how come there's evil in the world? Maybe God doesn't even exist at all.
More lies!
Or, remember, the enemy is sneaky. He'll try to get us thinking that we aren't loved, or that our life isn't good, or no one likes us.
The devil is always up to no good. So, when you start doubting anything about God or yourself, that's a sure sign the enemy is around.
What about this Elijah dude?
Oh yes, we can't forget him. Elijah was from the Old Testament, like way before Jesus was born. And he was a prophet and a believer in the one true God, and some amazing things happened in his life. Like, really amazing things.
Like what?
Well, for one thing, he told the king that there was going to be a famine in the land, but God provided for him by having birds.
That's pretty amazing.
I know, right? And then he had a contest with all the town's fake gods on the top of a mountain.
What did he do? What did he do?
Oh, it's good. Elijah told the people to meet him on a mountain, and whichever God cast down fire when asked was the real God. He even told them they could pick out the wood.
So, 450 false prophets brought all the wood they picked out and a bull to sacrifice and called out to their gods to start a fire. And guess what happened?
I have no idea.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing happened. Like, not even a sound. Not even a match was lit. Nothing.
Just so we're sure, kids, I'm going to ask anyway. Nothing?
No dink. And they tried and they tried and they tried. Those 450 fake prophets shouted and shouted and shouted for hours. No, like really hours. And nothing happened.
And then Elijah said,
Okay. Why don't you guys just give up now? I'll call to my God.
and those 450 prophets were like, whatever.
So Elijah started making his own altar and put the bowl on it. And get this, he said,
Wet down the wood with buckets of water 3 times.
Wait. He told them to pour water on the wood? That seems like crazy.
You're right, it does seem crazy. But you know our God. Elijah called out to the one true God, and immediately, like right away without pause, God sent down fire and the wet wood burned up.
That's amazing!
told you. But then, do you know what happened next?
He had a party? He got beat up? He wet down more wood? What? What happened?
Well, the king's wife got all mad and jealous because her gods were fake. And she sent Elijah a message that she wanted to kill him. And well,
He got totally depressed and said he was all alone and asked God to take his life. Can you imagine that? Saying he's all alone after all those amazing things? Man.
So here's the point. The devil likes to attack after huge successes, and he was causing the spirit of depression to come upon Elijah.
depression and doubt are always from the enemy.
The spirit of depression has no place in our lives. You got that, kids? No place. Now, use your authority and tell it to leave.